everyone, my name is Lauren and welcome back to my channel. This is Lauren's Literary Library, where we talk about all things books and my own writing journey, and today I'm going into more of my writing journey. So I started a series back in, I want to say 2022 now, called Drafts Are Done, and it was about how I would be going from my original sort of concept for a book all the way to getting this published. We're now in 2024 and I think I've done 2 videos. I've not done the project. I had quite a long hiatus from writing in 2023, which I'm not really happy with, so I'm just doing a quick introduction because I've been working on this all month. We're currently on the 19th of January. It's just before my workday starts, so I'm trying to get like a quick introduction out there before I have to like actually do my job. But I am doing draft 3. So I got some alpha read notes back in June of 2023. I read through them and honestly I agree with some of the points brought up, especially towards the end of the book. It was nice to see that the issues that I'd got personally with what I'd done was like picking up that it wasn't quite great, rather than someone saying this is all amazing. I prefer to have people pick apart my work rather than tell me everything's great. So with that being said, I have been going through draft 3 and I've just been literally manually retyping everything word for word based on the notes that I got back. So if there wasn't like any punctuation or grammar changes, I've been going through and changing those, or if there was like any notes saying that sentences were unclear, I've been making those changes, but otherwise it's been a word for word change. And I've decided to start using some of my notebooks, and as part of that I'm now going through, so each chapter that I do, I am putting which chapter it is and then any notes I've got. So for chapter 1, I don't think I've got really any major issues with that chapter anymore. I think that I really like chapter 1, I'm not gonna lie, it's like probably one of my favourite chapters. But like I've gone through and said like which areas I need to work on and what I need to expand on. Chapter 6 is just one scene, it's quite small. I think I'm doing too much showing in it, so like I've just put notes for that. My idea is to do chapter by chapter, going through it and making notes, so that although technically this is draft 3, when I've retyped it all, I've got these notes to then go back and I can pick at each chapter and update and make changes as and when I'm going. I'm really hoping to get like a somewhat almost completed version of this book done before the end of March this year. So I've got 2.5 months to go. I was aiming to write every day. I was doing really well for like the first week of January and then I've like fallen off. So I'm trying to get back into that. Did 900 words last night of retyping up and that was chapter 6. I'm hoping to do chapter 7 tonight, and just to get like back into the swing of things. But I think this new model of typing it up, making notes on what I don't like or what I feel like needs to change will give me a starting point, so when I go back to it, it's written down instead of going, I need to remember to do this thing. But I am gonna leave it there. I will hopefully like show some of the changes that I've been doing a little bit more later on in the vlog. I don't know how long this one is gonna be. I don't know if I'll split this into like draft 3 part 1, part 2, part 3 or whatever, just so I can get like a couple of these writing vlogs up, because I've missed doing my little writing vlogs and getting these out there. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this year's gonna go. I've got some plans that I hope I can get to, but I don't know how feasible anything is gonna be. So I will catch you all in the next part of this video. Bye! Hello, we are on Sunday the 11th of February and I thought I would do a quick update on where I am with my current 3rd drafting. I've just filmed some videos, I've got my camera beautifully set up, I'm all like ready to go, so why not just like add a little update here instead of at my desk. I am currently about just over a third of the way through based on pages. So I've got a Word document that's got some alpha read notes on it and I'm transcribing that into Scrivener. I think I've done up to chapter 15 so far. I am doing it chronologically at the moment because my current plan is to go through, make notes on each chapter, tweak things as I'm going. So anything like I can see at the moment where I'm like, right, I can change this whilst I'm doing it, and like adding that in. But so far I'm really impressed with where I'm going. I think I've got 22 chapters left. So I don't know if that correlates to about a third as well. It's like almost half of the chapters. I know there's 35 chapters and an epilogue. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be keeping the epilogue. That's one of those like things that I'm not entirely sure on. There's a lot of things in this draft that I'm currently working through that I put in because I needed to expand ideas, and I know that things are going to need to be moved around and pulled apart and all them crazy fun living times that we enjoy as writers.
but I like where I've got it. I'm liking the notes I've got. Chapter 15, I've realised, is such a pivotal chapter, and I'm not entirely sure if it's going to hit all of the emotional beats that I want. I don't know if it's going to like be going in the right place. Just because I feel like I've like rushed little bits of it. So I've got 3 scenes in it. One's quite long, one's an alright size, and then one's like 150 words. And I think the 150 words is like part of the emotional beat that I need to like improve upon and expand and try and like get that like a little bit more, like more information in it. I know what I want to do with it, but I'm not like quite sure. So I want to like sit on that. But the way I'm going, I think I could potentially have draft 3 done by the end of March. And if I'm like doing really well, maybe even like before the end of March, like give me a bit of time like before. I'm really hoping, and this is like stupidly ambitious because it's like 20,000 words, to get it done before the end of February. Like that'll just be the write-up. So I'm currently like literally rewriting every scene, every chapter, changing it as I go, making amendments where like I've had suggestions, or like where I've sat and thought on it a bit more and gone like, yeah, I'm just trying to like make those little changes as I can. I've currently got a cold, so apologies if like this is really badly edited because my nose keeps like getting really stuffy, so I'm trying to cut it out. It's like there's so many little bits that I want to get done with it. I'm feeling like really ambitious, but I'm like, can I do? I think this is 54,000 words, 55,000 words, and I've written up about 24. Can I write 30,000 words in 18 days is the question. And I'm like, maybe I can. If I sit and do it, I think I could do it. I've got Tuesday off work. I'm looking after my niece in the morning, but in the afternoon I've got like 0 plans. So I could, theoretically, do at least like 3,000 words of edits. I feel like I'm being optimistic, but I'm also like, I could do this if I just sat and like stopped mindlessly scrolling. This is why I think I've got ADHD. Because like, I need to edit. And for 3 hours I will say, I need to edit. Why am I not editing? Why am I still scrolling through Reddit, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter? Insert random place to scroll. I don't know why. I don't know why I do it. It's so difficult to like, get me to like make that step. I've put it in like, putting it out here. Like, I don't know when this video is going up. I would like this video to like be like a package of the rewrite before I like go through my notes and make the changes, because there's going to be a lot of changes that I'm going to make to like tighten it together, expand on points that need expanding, adding more like emotional beats to it. So I'm excited but also a little bit nervous. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick update as to where I am with that. But yeah, I feel like I'm doing all right. I did start trying to do a poem every day in February as well. I did 2 poems and I've not done another one since. I love the idea of writing poetry, but I'm just not entirely sure what I'm doing with it. So I think I need to like pick up more poetry books and just have like a look and a feel for what I want to do. I don't really like the rhyming style of poems. I like to try and tell a story, but I'm not entirely sure what story I want to tell. And I think until I figure that out, maybe like the poetry idea is just not going to hit where I want it to hit. So I've put it on hold. If I can think of any poems to write, I might add them in. I might keep like the poetry book thing open until like have it as a yearly thing, just add in poems as and when. But yeah, that is the update for Witches Protection, and a little poetry update as well that probably no one asked for. I think I can probably get the rewrites done before the end of February. We'll see. If this vlog goes up in like April, then you'll know that failed. But I'm intrigued to see when this vlog goes up and to see if I did it. If I didn't, I'll like put a note here like when did I actually finish the rewrites, because I know I'm going to keep a note of that somewhere. And it would be great to have that sort of, what is the word? Log of what I've done. But I will catch you up in the next little catch-up session for this writing that I'm doing. Bye.
Hello everyone, we are back on the 25th of February. Yep, I've forgotten what date it is. And I just wanted to give an update onto where Witcher's Protection is currently going. This is my graph for the month of February, like tracking all my writing and the amount of time I've spent writing every day. I've also, if you can see just like in the corner, these colours represent different projects. So everything that's white is Witcher's Protection, because that is my main focus for this year. I want to try and get that done and like finished off, but I have done some poetry, just a little bit, because I try and do a poem every day in February and it's not gone very well. And then I came up with a new idea, so I thought I'll start outlining it and chuck all my ideas down, just so that I've got like that chance to get it out of my head but not forget anything. That being said, I'm pretty sure in my last update I said that I would be finishing the edits for this book by the end of February, and it is not going that way. I think I'm about halfway through now, based on the Word document pages that I've got left, and also roughly like the word count. So there's about 31,000 words that's currently in my new Scrivener document with edited pieces of information. I've got my notes in my little notebook telling me where I need to make changes. I'm actually not as worried as I thought I would be. The overall sort of premise of the book is something that I'm really enjoying. I like the way that it's gone. I really like the plot ideas that I've put in place and the way that the story is slowly progressing. I think that this middle section that I'm in is definitely gonna need tightening up. I can see where the pacing is like dropping off. The start of it was like really quick, getting through everything, and then you can see where my ideas originally like just sort of petered out a bit. So I've got down to this middle section. I need to tighten that up, tweak some things, but I think the ending goes too quick as well, so I need to try and, I think this middle bit I need to pull some stuff out, or I need to add some stuff in towards the end of the third act just to pull that out a little bit so that it's not too rushed. I have been in a book club with another bunch of writers, and one of the things that we've noticed is a lot of books tend to start really well, but then you get to like the 20% mark, and 20 to 70% seems to still be act 1, and then you get like acts 2 and 3 like progressing really quickly, and I need to make sure that that's not what's happening with this book, because I think I've been reading too many books like that and I may have accidentally copied that sort of style of writing, and I want to change it because I do not want that, because I know how frustrating it is to read a book like that. So I want to make sure that I'm not perpetuating that sort of crazy style of writing and plot devices. So do I think I'm going to get this book finished by the end of February? No, I do not think that is going to be the case anymore. I am more optimistic by the end of March, just because of how much I've got to do. I think so far this month I've done about 16,000 words write up of this like new editing, so I am getting there, which means that with the last 4 days of the month, including today, maybe 5 days, I feel like I could get that up to about 20,000 words, and then I can progress on and move into that sort of final segment. I think my main point with this is to just rewrite it, because everything's been retyped up and I'm tweaking sentences as I'm going and like trying to pull things together. So I am tightening up the overall story, but I think the big sort of plot changes will need like that extra bit of time just to tweak. So I'm hoping by the end of March, but it may dip into April. I really don't want it to, because I want to get this edit done by the end of March and then try and find some people to read through it for me and see if I can do some sort of like beta swaps, just to get more ideas of what other people think to it rather than just me and the alpha reader that I had. And also it'd be nice to kind of give back and give my own thoughts on someone else's work. It's not something I've done a lot of recently, so it'd be nice to dive back into that a little bit. But yeah, that's currently where I'm at. I don't know when this vlog is going to finish, because I do want to do this vlog as this final edit, well, I say final edit, this edit pass through, and then I can move on to potentially reviewing beta reader analysis or removing crutch words, because that's something I've been doing as well. The word that is one that I use far too often. Also really, I have a tendency to use really to put emphasis on something that's being said rather than using a stronger verb or adjective. So I'm trying to change that as I'm going, just to try and pull it out and make it slightly better. But it's getting there and I'm happy with it. But I would like this vlog to be out at some point in like the first quarter of the year, but it's definitely going to fall into the second quarter. So I will catch you all in the next little update for where this editing is going, and hopefully it'll be closer to the end when I next do an update and I can try and get some more words down. Hello everyone, it's been a while since I updated this vlog. So it turns out that being in a final trimester of pregnancy does not like give for a conducive sort of writing life. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me. So I kind of want to finish up this vlog. I'm really close to getting this edit draft done. So I'm calling it draft 3. I've got a title. I think I'm going with Arcane Connection. I really like it. I like the way that it links not just Viola and David, but also Viola, Will and Casey, the way the coven works. I feel like it's a good title. We'll see how it works. I've got a cover and I think I'm going to be putting it on Kickstarter. So that'll be like another thing. I'm tempted to do like a mini vlog on how I'm going to be putting this on Kickstarter, and I'm going to be setting up a pre-launch. I don't think I'm going to have this like go live until like sort of springtime 2025. I've got my first round of edits, like my first proper round of edits booked in on the 6th of January. We're on the 6th of December, so I've got a month. I've got about 10,000 words left to edit. I've also got a few scenes to add in, and some chapters to move around. I'm pretty sure I need to solidify the relationship between Viola and David, because like it gets almost there and I don't think it's gonna have like the gut punch it needs for what happens sort of like chapter 32-33-ish, but I'm really close and I'm really excited to see how this is going to play out. So I'm going to try and keep this updated. I was going to try and split this into two videos, but instead it's just going to be one really long vlog, because honestly I have overestimated how easy it would be to write with a child. I'm just a bit of an idiot when it comes to that, but we're getting there. I'm so excited though, because I've got so much to do. I might do a quick video as well on the cover that I've chosen, but where's my thing? So I bought myself a present, and it is this fancy little camera. So I want to finish this vlog on my phone so that the quality is all the same, and then all my new videos are hopefully going to be on this camera, so it should be slightly better quality videos. I'm really hoping the lighting works as well, because my phone goes into black and white mode after 10 PM and we are currently at 11 at night, so apologies if the colour is off on this one. I think that's about it for the updates, and yeah, I'm gonna try and get some more done of this, and then we'll see and like refresh this hopefully in a couple of days, but I'm so close to getting it done. I only had 3 months not writing though this year, so I've done better than I thought, just not as well as I was hoping. Hello, we're on the 29th of December and I have 5 scenes left to edit from my notes, and I need to write about 4 or 5 chapters to bridge everything together, and it's due with an editor on the 6th of January, so I've got 8 days to get all this done. Todd has taken baby girl off for the morning, so I can try and get this done. So if I can get these scenes edited, that's one thing. I've got notes of how I want these new chapters to go. One is like partially written, I need to move that. Some of the chapters is more of a case of a couple of these scenes don't really work together in a chapter, so I'm going to pull them apart, like add some to a different part, and then make a new chapter from another bit, because it's just not quite there. I just need to lengthen the time scale and like have a few more like highs and lows, I think, in this little section. I need to bring in like a couple more dips. I think this is how I'll get the pacing right, because I know that after like the halfway mark nothing really big had happened, so I think I've changed that. So now they're going to attempt a protection spell sort of like around midway, and it's not going to work, or like they're not sure if it's going to work, and then they're going to find out about Evie going missing, which will be like that, oh no, it didn't work, we need to do more to try and figure it out. And that's going to be like that little section, I'm hoping, because this isn't even a developmental edit, it's going to be like a line copy edit, so I need to have like got the pacing and the structure right. Oh, and I'm really stressed. I had 10 weeks when I booked it, and I did not do anything in November, and I really regret that now. So in future I will be making sure that I've got some time, but I think I've now got a setup where Violet can play and I can get some writing done. So even if I can do like 30-40 minutes, I think I should be able to start getting like back on this train. But I wanted to do a quick update whilst I was alone so that there's no like background noise or anyone around. And yeah, we're gonna get there. This is gonna get done. It's just gonna be really stressful whilst I do it, and I'm really hoping that I get some sleep next Sunday evening before I have to send this off. So hopefully the next update will be slightly happier. Okay, so we're on the 3rd of January now, and last night I finished my alpha edits of Arcane Connection. I can't remember if I've mentioned that that's the new title. That's the new title. We're going with it. There is a cover. I will be sharing that at some point. Apologies if you can hear toys in the background because that's just life now. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So I finished all them. I think I need to write. I've got 1.5 chapter done. I need to split a chapter in 2. I need to move some things around, and I've got like 2.5 days to do it. Yeah, I've got like 2.5 days to get it done. I think I should be able to do it because I'm hoping that the new chapter I need to write. I keep saying I've got like 4 or 5. I don't think that's true. It's not true, no. I probably have like 1 to 3 I think I need to write because of the way that like I can split things up and move them around. I've got a lot of like little tweaks to do in the first half of the book to weave in the red herring a bit better because I need David to like it. I think David comes across as like thingy, but I need to like weave in like how it's been misconstrued. I also need to potentially weave in more wariness with his dad, just that like that's a big point. Yeah, all of a sudden she's now talking because I'm talking. But yeah, I think we're really close to doing it. So once this goes off to the editor, this vlog will be done and it'll be wrapped up, and then I've got a Kickstarter video I need to do because I'm going to be releasing this on Kickstarter, and that's another new exciting thing that I'll be doing. So I'm going to start that vlog hopefully like today or tomorrow, just to like do the behind the scenes and show like this is how I'm doing the Kickstarter. Yes, I'm going to be doing a Kickstarter vlog. I have got a proofreader booked for like the end of April-ish. Not got a concrete time yet. I don't know if I'm going to need another round of edits in between, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get time. I don't know if I'm going to find an editor to fit in that gap, so I might have to go back to the editor that I used for Artefact 299 as just like an additional editor, because I know last time they had really good availability. So if I just do 1 round of edit with them, and then it's the cost. I don't know if I can afford to do that. I'm hoping I can, but yeah, that's the plan. And then hopefully this book will be out at the end of the year, so we'll be going through that. I'll be doing another vlog on the edits after I get the line copy edits back that I'm getting done in January. And yeah, it's so exciting. I'm so excited. I'll probably show the cover because once I start like the Kickstarter stuff, it's going to be everywhere anyway, so I'm so excited for it. Hello, we're on the 5th of January. This book needs to go to the editor tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. And I think I've got it sorted. So far all I've done is added 1 new chapter, and I'm really worried about the ending. I don't know if it's still too rushed. I feel like it's sort of like pulling together. I'm hoping that like I can send it midday, try and get Violet to settle down a bit in the morning, so I can do some writing while she's awake, because I feel like I've really cut this out like really close, but I did nothing in November, and that's on me. I should have tried more to get that sorted, but like just no energy. She's not been sleeping, so I've not been sleeping, and yeah, I feel like it's so close to like being there. If it wasn't like line copy edits, I wouldn't be as bothered, but because it is, I know that it's really it needs to be a lot tighter than what it is. I don't think it needs a full developmental edit. I probably just needed to like have been finished and then like had another edit on it for myself, like a full edit rather than this rushed mangled attempt that I'm doing at the moment. So I'm really hoping that this works. But yeah, we're getting there. almost done. I've tweaked the structure. I think the structure's now in the right place. I think it's got like a big thing that fails. So like something big happens and then like a big crash down. And that's what I was hoping for. Something that's like, oh my god, this is terrifying. Like, I'm ramping it up. Just need to make sure that it's in the right place because I don't know if it is. But yeah, so this vlog's almost at an end. Once I fully finish this and send it off to the editor, I will film like an ending to the vlog, and this has probably been the longest vlog I've ever done, like in terms of time, like how long it's taken to do. Because life, to be honest. So yeah, so like I've had to add a new chapter in where the protection spell is attempted earlier on. So what I've done is added that in, and then it goes straight into I think it goes into someone else has been taken. I might have accidentally put in the chapter where we find out that the first person's actually dead. But yeah, we'll have to double check that, maybe tweak it a little if that's not in the right place. I can't remember whereabouts it is. I think it might actually be the first person's dead, which is like a big sort of punch, and I think that's where I want it to be actually, just so that we've got that sort of like emotional impacts to it as well. But it's getting there, and I'm just, the last chapter seems really rushed. I have tweaked it slightly when I did these edits, but I think I need to like, there's one chapter I think I need to split in half, and if I do that, it might like resolve some of the issues I've got, but I'm not sure. We'll see how this ends. It is done. I have finally finished these edits. It is off with its editor. I'm amazed. So I had to write an extra 3,000 words before I sent it off, and I don't know how I managed to do that because I did it in like 5 hours. So it turns out that I have spent barely any time doing this book when like I count it all together. So my plan is to try and like be more focused this year. But with this book, so I had to add in, so I changed the structure around a bit. So chapter 25 came up to being like chapter 20. I did a new chapter 18 in. I did a new chapter 25 in as well, I think. So there's like 2 or 3 new chapters that I've added in, a couple of new scenes. Some scenes were extended. I think in total I added around 5,000 new words in like the last 2 days, and I don't know how I've managed to do that or why it weren't there before. I feel like it's done, but then I sent it off and I was like, oh no, what if my ending is still rushed? So I'm still kind of nervous about that. So I'm not sure really what to do with it. I don't know if I should kind of like leave it or not, or oh yeah, I'm just stuck, but it's done. I've not done any sort of like a filler word taken out. I think this is a line/copy edit that's been done with like mild potential developmental edits. It's kind of like an 3-in-1, but not really. I think with the developmental stuff that I've done already, it should be fine. Just making sure my baby is fine. But yeah, so I think it should be fine, and I'm so nervous to see what it comes back as. So I'm gonna take like today to plan my new book. I want to do a romance series. I know I should be talking about my editing, but like I'm going through it. But yeah, so it's been a bit of a stressful time. I did not realise just like how stressful it would be to try and edit with a baby. I'm hoping that once we've got her nap settled and she's got a proper bed upstairs, that I'll be able to like get some writing done. Then I am on maternity leave for another 5 months-ish, 4.5. So if I can get some more done, I'm hoping that would mean like my second book might be ready. Well, let's say second book, like the second book. I might be able to write a book this year and start editing on it. It's just going to be the costs to fund it. I've not started my Kickstarter vlog yet, but that will be the next one in this sort of like draft to done series. I've not really done anything about the cover, so I might do like a mini video on the cover and just like say what I suggested and the information of where I like decided to go with my cover. But yeah, this is it done. I'm all finished with this one. I'm so excited to get up. I've got my calendar, I've got like some to-do lists in the background that you could probably read. So that needs updating. But yes, this video is done and I can't wait to get on to the next vlog. So I'm gonna leave it here. for this one, and it's going to be a weird transition between all the clips, but I hope that it's made sense, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you want any more information about what I did with these edits, because I feel like I've not gone into as much detail as I wanted to, drop me a comment down below and I will give you that information, because this project was sort of like you're going to see the behind the scenes of what I'm doing. So yeah, that's it, it's done. It's gone off to an editor, and I think I've got like 2 weeks to wait till it comes back. We're currently at 60,000 words, well 60,500 words, the longest project I've done. It might even expand a little bit more depending on what these edits come back with, but I'm happy with that. It's like an alright novel length. I wrote an actual novel length book. I'm so excited, but I will see you in the next video. Bye!